First on our legendary list is GoldenEye 007, the revolutionary Nintendo 64 masterpiece that redefined console first-person shooters forever. This rare-developed classic perfectly adapts the Pierce Brosnan film while introducing groundbreaking split-screen multiplayer that became a cultural phenomenon. The game features realistic weapon handling, strategic gameplay mechanics, and iconic levels like Facility and Complex that remain memorable decades later. Multiple difficulty settings unlock additional objectives, encouraging replay value. GoldenEye 007 influenced countless shooters with its precise controls, varied mission design, and legendary multiplayer modes that dominated countless gaming sessions throughout the late 1990s. Second comes James Bond 007, Everything or Nothing, the cinematic third-person adventure that feels like playing through an actual Bond film. This EA masterpiece features an all-star cast, including Pierce Brosnan, Willem Dafoe, Heidi Klum, and Judi Dench, delivering exceptional voice performances. The game combines stealth mechanics, cover-based shooting, and spectacular driving sequences across exotic global locations. Cooperative gameplay allows friends to tackle separate missions together. Advanced graphics for its era and Hollywood-quality production values create an immersive spy thriller experience. Everything or Nothing successfully captures the essence of Bond through gadgets, action sequences, and sophisticated storytelling that rivals the film franchise. Third position belongs to James Bond 007 NightFire, an ambitious adventure that perfectly balances first-person shooting with spectacular set pieces. This game features some of the most over-the-top action sequences in the franchise, including zero-gravity gunfights in space and underwater driving missions where Bond's Aston Martin transforms into a submarine. Pierce Brosnan's likeness enhances authenticity, while refined graphics showcase detailed environments. The multiplayer mode rivals GoldenEye with customizable AI bots and diverse game modes. NightFire successfully captures the theatrical Bond experience through creative level design, varied gameplay mechanics, and memorable gadgets that make players feel like the legendary secret agent. Fourth is James Bond 007 Agent Under Fire, the game that successfully launched EA's modern Bond era with original storytelling. This first-person shooter features an engaging plot involving world leader clones and genetic manipulation that feels authentically Bond despite being entirely original. The game excels through its spectacular driving sequences, featuring Bond's iconic Aston Martin across various exotic locations. Multiple gadgets, stealth options, and Bond moves create varied gameplay approaches. Agent Under Fire combines solid shooting mechanics with cinematic presentation that captures the essence of Pierce Brosnan's Bond era. The game proves original Bond stories can be just as compelling as film adaptations. Fifth comes From Russia with Love, the unique, nostalgic experience featuring 74-year-old Sean Connery reprising his iconic role through voice acting. This third-person shooter expands upon the 1963 film with additional story elements and modern gameplay mechanics. The game successfully adapts a relatively grounded espionage story into an action-packed adventure while maintaining respect for the source material. Classic Bond moments and inventive elimination methods showcase creative level design. Connery's presence adds authenticity and gravitas to the experience. Despite technical limitations, From Russia with Love succeeds as both a tribute to classic Bond and an engaging modern shooter that captures the sophistication of early 007 adventures. Sixth on our ranking is Bloodstone, a sleek, modern interpretation that focuses on pure action rather than franchise fan service. This third-person cover-based shooter emphasizes refined combat mechanics and spectacular driving sequences across locations like Istanbul and Bangkok. The game features minimal gadgets but compensates with impressive visual presentation and tight gameplay controls. Daniel Craig's likeness and voice acting provide contemporary Bond authenticity. Despite its brief 5-hour campaign, Bloodstone delivers concentrated excitement through varied missions and stunning production values. The game proves that stripping away traditional Bond elements can still create an engaging spy thriller when execution and presentation remain consistently high quality throughout the experience. 7th position features Quantum of Solace, the Call of Duty-inspired adaptation that successfully merges 2 Daniel Craig films into one cohesive experience. This first-person shooter combines Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace storylines with modern shooting mechanics developed by Treyarch. The game alternates between first-person and third-person perspectives while featuring exciting set pieces from both films. Realistic weapon handling and cover-based combat create intense firefights. Despite feeling like a generic shooter at times, Quantum of Solace succeeds through solid technical execution and authentic Bond atmosphere. The game effectively captures the grittier tone of Craig's Bond era while providing accessible action gameplay for both franchise fans and shooter enthusiasts. 8th comes The World Is Not Enough, the ambitious Nintendo 64 sequel that attempted to recapture GoldenEye's magic with mixed results. This first-person shooter features smooth frame rates and improved technical performance compared to its predecessor. The game adapts the Pierce Brosnan film while adding original missions and expanded storylines. Multiple weapon types and gadgets provide varied gameplay options across diverse environments. Unfortunately, poor artificial intelligence and simplistic enemy behavior undermine the experience. Despite technical improvements, The World Is Not Enough fails to match GoldenEye's innovative design and memorable multiplayer. The game remains playable, but feels like a missed opportunity to truly advance the Bond gaming franchise during the Nintendo 64 era. 9th on our list is GoldenEye 007 Reloaded, the modern remake that updates the classic Nintendo 64 experience with contemporary graphics and Daniel Craig's Bond. This enhanced version features HD visuals, new missions, and PlayStation Move support while maintaining the original's core gameplay structure. The updated story modernizes plot elements for current audiences while preserving memorable moments from the source material. Improved AI and refined controls address technical limitations from the 1997 original. Despite visual enhancements, Reloaded lacks the cultural impact and innovation of its predecessor. The game serves as a competent modern shooter, but cannot recapture the revolutionary spirit that made the original GoldenEye a gaming landmark and cultural phenomenon. 10th and final on our countdown is 007 First Light, the highly anticipated upcoming origin story from Hitman developer IO Interactive. This third-person adventure explores James Bond's early years in the Royal Navy before joining MI6's elite 00 section. The game promises globe-trotting missions, familiar characters like M and Q, and the signature stealth action gameplay IO Interactive perfected in their Hitman series. Advanced spy gadgets and multiple approach options encourage creative problem-solving. Scheduled for 2026 release across multiple platforms, First Light represents the franchise's return to gaming after over a decade. Early footage suggests a perfect blend of classic Bond elements with modern game design that could revitalize the 007 gaming legacy.